Slayer. For old Breck's sake, I hope those Order representatives refuse to cooperate. Until someone takes charge, nothing will get done. It has to be someone they respect, someone unaffiliated. Air, will you step forward?
I have rarely said no to you, Scarty, or your father, but this time I must.
You are the only one who can aid us. The Wolfborn can't appear to take a side.
No, it's time for a new legend to arise in Holbreck. The Slayer can take up this challenge. It's good to see.
What's going on? What was that all about?
Scardy, son of Newt Whitebear and head of the Wolfborn, brings word of trouble in Holbreck.
I don't understand. Did I hear you refuse to help?
My time as a hero has come and gone. You're the hero that Holbreck needs now. I will follow and advise you, of course, but this is your time and your challenge. Come, Scardy's waiting in Holbreck and he needs help. He's meeting with some dignitaries who are very important, but hard to manage.
Attacking soldiers on the road?
Those are the rumors, yes. Ah, here comes the Slayer.
Maybe now we'll get some results. The Vigil doesn't stand by when it's attacked. We strike back.
At what? At the Priory, we collect information before we act. Otherwise, we're just flailing in shadows.
And while you two are flailing and collecting, the Order of Whispers will be solving the problem.
You must visit more.
Welcome, Slayer. I'd like you to meet representatives from the Vigil, the Derman Priory, and the Order of Whispers. They need your help.
I'm honored. I'll do what I can, but first I need to know more. What's the situation?
Dredge activity's rising sharply up north. We've been finding dead bodies with horrific and inexplicable wounds. All three orders have an interest, so we need to combine our efforts. But we can't agree on a course of action. I'll let them elaborate.
Welcome, Slayer. I'm Ifwin from the Order of Whispers. We specialize in covert activity, information, infiltration, and assassination. We found the bodies, we reported the strange wounds, and we heard rumors of a dredge attack on Scholar's Cleft, a priory facility in that region.
That complex is not well defended. Allow me to introduce myself. Scholar Prot of the Derman Priory. Scholar's Cleft is a place of learning. We're studying the Elder Dragons there, and that research is too important to fall into Dredge hands.
The Vigil has other priorities. I'm Crusader Thurkill. Marauding Dredge are the problem? I say, no Dredge, no problem. Those tunneling devils cost me a squad. I'll punish them for that, so they can't do more harm. Ever.
So we have two objectives, two plans, but only one Slayer. That leaves the question, who gets your help? The Dredge threat needs to be identified and contained. How will you begin? By protecting Scholar's Cleft, or avenging the fallen Vigil squad?
Duty calls. I have answered.
I'm disappointed that the Slayer sided with the Vigil. But I suppose I understand the choice.
It's easy to see why. Obviously, the Slayer chose to slay things.
Point taken. I just hope our new friend can transcend that title's inherent limitations.
Vigil will... Good, you're here. I wish I had a happier task to welcome you to the Vigil way of doing things. But all I have are more fallen comrades. Another patrol, all dead. And by Snow Leopard's tail, look at the bodies! Mutilated. And dredge tracks all around. They'll pay for this, I swear it.
Your soldiers put up quite a fight. We need to discover how the dredge managed to take out a trained Vigil squad.
They weren't just trained. They were trained to combat dragons. All Vigil are. The dredge who defeated them must be using some serious firepower. This cannot go unanswered. These were proud, experienced soldiers destined for greatness. They dreamed of someday facing the dragons. Come, we need more clues. Something to tell us what happened and where the dredge went. Let's scour the area.
The dredge didn't just attack these people. They used them in some kind of weapon test.
Miserable rodents. My soldiers deserve better than dying for dredge target practice.
I agree. Fortunately, the dredge can't have gone far. The bodies are still fresh, and so are the tracks.
Then let's move out! We founded the Vigil to best the Elder Dragons with overwhelming military force. Dying this way, to the dredge, it's an insult. We'll find whoever did this, and we'll make them pay for each Vigil life they wasted on this abominable test. That must be the weapon that killed my soldiers. It's... Wait. What's that rumbling noise?
Look here, on the side. There are words stamped into it. Vyacheslav. Is that a name? And it definitely says Mark 1. I think this is a prototype.
So those diggers will be making more of these weapons, and improving them with each new version. That's bad.
Very bad. We better get back to Holbrecht and meet with the other orders. They need to know about this. They might be able to help.
I doubt it, but I see your point. The more information we have, the better. The Vigil always moves quickly, but never carelessly. Let's see if the spies and scholars have anything to contribute. I'll meet you back in Holbrecht. I tell you, the Dredge are testing this new weapon on Vigil soldiers. It has to be destroyed now!
It might be better to steal the weapon, learn its secrets, develop a defense. If it's especially lethal, we might even want to turn it against the dragons themselves.
An intriguing notion, Agent. But I agree. The weapon deserves a closer look.
I do most of mine.
The Dredge are definitely testing a new weapon. Thurkill and I saw it in action. It's definitely responsible for the strange wounds you found.
Worse, a dredge named Vyacheslav is refining the weapon to make it more devastating. We must find and destroy this weapon.
The Dredge attacked our monastery as well. Killed our scholars, one and all. I shall have to report this to the Priory immediately. This Vyacheslav stole an ancient architectural tome from Scholar's Cleft. We need to know more about him, his plans, and his weapon.
Research alone won't tell us that. I propose we steal the latest version of the weapon. That will advance our cause and set theirs back. Order of Whispers agents have tracked the device to the Dredge stronghold known as Mullenhide, and I have a plan to get us inside. We all agree the weapon can't be allowed to do any more harm. Even Thurkill and I agree that action must be taken.
Then there's only one question before we proceed. Steal the weapon or destroy it? What say you, Slayer?
Well met. Okay, Slayer. You're good at what you do, but now we see if you're good at what I do. The Order of Whispers doesn't shrink from violence, but we try to keep it to the necessary minimum. And in our line of work, it's often necessary. The Dredge have sealed themselves inside that mine. We need to get in, take what we need, and get out. I propose we borrow a pair of their mining suits. They'll assume we're one of them and let us in. After that, we have to improvise.
Sneak in and keep a low profile until violence is necessary. I can handle that. Should we mine some ore first to help sell the disguise?
Now you're thinking like one of us. I predict a bright future for you in our order. If you can mine as well as a Dredge, that is. We'll have you fighting dragons in no time. That's in our charter, you know. But until then, let's put on a show and dig our way into that mine. Drill the rocks, and the Dredge will come pick up the ore.
All problems can be solved through unity.
Nice work. That'll do fine.
Be proud! You've collected for the collective!
There we go. One open door. Now to get what we came for. Nothing of interest. Let's keep looking. Check the other crates. Maybe we'll get lucky. Remember when I said we would improvise? Now's the time. We don't need a whole prototype. The components in this box will tell us all we need to know.
And look around. Some of these parts are far too big for the weapon I saw. The Dredge must be planning to build an even larger version.
With a weapon that size, they could shoot through a small mountain, or a large building.
A building makes more sense. The Dredge stole a book about ancient architecture from the Priory. They must be preparing to take out a large structure.
Well spotted. This weaponsmith Vyacheslav sounds madder all the time, even for a Dredge. Let's take what we've learned back to the others and figure out where the Dredge will strike. Bail out, Slayer. There's something wrong with your suit. It's smoking. Good agents know when they've overstayed their welcome. We need to go. Now.
What happened back there? The mining suit was working perfectly and then it completely broke down.
Hard to say. Between your size and unfamiliarity with the controls, I expect you taxed its systems past the breaking point. Hardly your fault, of course. Dredge machinery is powerful, but it's not as reliable as the Chars or as flexible as the Asuras.
Vyacheslav's machinery seems reliable enough, especially since he keeps upgrading it. We need to identify his target before he perfects his weapon.
Agreed. I'll meet you back in Holbrecht and we'll confer with the others. Maybe they can help us determine which huge building is in danger. Nice work, by the way. I renew my offer. When you're ready to join the fight against the dragons, the Order of Whispers would be glad to have you. Silence that guy. He sounds like a whiny crichton. Someone is breaking.
Hail.
The Dredge are definitely building another weapon. One big enough to shatter a mountain. I've seen the proof with my own eyes. Given the architectural tome they stole, I think Vyacheslav's target is a large building. But which one? Where is he going to strike?
True, but a little research might get us that information. My contacts have intercepted a coded Dredge message. I suspect it was being sent to Molengrad. If we break the code, we can figure out what the Dredge are planning.
We haven't got time for the Priory to crack that code. I have a spy inside a Dredge settlement. Let's ask him for the information.
I'll leave the intelligence gathering to you lot. The Vigil is ready to move on whatever you discover. In the meantime, we'll keep hunting Vyacheslav.
We'll share what we learn with the Vigil. But first the Slayer must decide how we're going to learn it. By breaking the code or debriefing the spy.
Knowledge is power.
Ah, you must be the Slayer. Scholar Prot said you were interested in this coded letter we discovered.
That's right. The Dredge who sent it have been preparing a new weapon for something big. We need to know what so we can stop it.
It's a book cipher. The sender and the recipient both refer to the same published work. Every letter in the code corresponds to a word in the book. This sequence at the end tells you the page and line you want. 029701 means page 297, line 1.
I see. And then we use the numbers to assemble the words in the message. But how do we know what book was used to encode it?
That's the tricky part. It could be anything that's ever been published. That's why this code type is informally known as security by obscurity. The only sure way is to find the sender or recipient and see what book they're using. This letter came from Molenhide. If I were you, I'd start there.
Share with the Dredge. Become our friends.
of the enemy.
We've cracked it. The weapon is in Underberg, near Lornar's Pass.
Good work. The Priory employs many fine scholars and many bold adventurers, but it's rare we find both in one package. I sincerely hope you're considering joining us full-time. The dragons grow stronger every day, and the Priory needs more members like you.
I'm considering it. But we should get to Underberg. This may be our last chance to stop Vyacheslav's weapon.
To battle! Hold, Slayer. Let's hear what the Dredge are saying.
I've had enough of your insolence and your cowardice. The people demand vengeance, and Vyacheslav has provided the means.
But Vyacheslav is insane, can't you see that? His weapon is as dangerous to us as it is to his target. His thirst for revenge will doom us all.
Vyacheslav is a genius, and his weapon will crush the last of the dwarf oppressors. The revolution will finally be complete.
At what cost? The last dwarf is protected by the Dermond Priory. Taking his life is not worth war with one of the most powerful orders in Tyria.
Enough! I declare you an enemy of the people and a traitor to the cause. The penalty is death. Rise, brothers and sisters, and kill this turncoat!
I'd say we've seen enough. Let's save that dissenter. He may be able to help us.
The enemy is among us! Protect me! They're no better than the dwarves who have saved us!
You saved my life. I'm grateful. Those dragon creatures could hear the weapon's sonics, I'm sure of it. This is not good. Not good at all. Greetings, comrade. Thank you for saving me. I can't believe my own comrades turned on me so viciously.
If you're truly grateful, tell me about Vyacheslav's weapon.
I would not lightly betray the Moletariat. But Vyacheslav is insane. I'll tell you all I know. Vyacheslav calls it the Mark III sonic vaporizer. It uses the recorded cries of a captive ice dragon minion, subsonically amplified so that the vibration crushes stone. The last dwarf oppressor, Ogden Stonehealer, is hiding inside the Dermond Priory itself. Generations of enslaved dredge demand his death.
Ogden had nothing to do with oppressing your people. His skills and knowledge make him a valuable member of the Dermond Priory.
And Vyacheslav wants him dead. The problem is the sonic vaporizer attracts dragon minions whenever it's fired.
And Ogden's inside the Dermond Priory itself. You were right, Prat. Vyacheslav's target is going to face dragon minions as well as the dredge weapon.
The Priory must be defended. We'll need all the help we can get. Quickly, we must return to Holbreck and confer with the others.
We've got to act quickly. Vyacheslav is targeting the Dermond Priory itself in an effort to kill Ogden Stonehealer. What's worse, the weapon's sonic beam is based on the cries of dragon minions. The sound it makes will attract every dragon minion in the region.
Sounds simple enough. We know where they're going. We can meet them head-on and destroy the weapon before they fire it. That's how the Vigil handles those who kill our soldiers and trifle with dragons. Vyacheslav and all who stand with him must die.
I agree. But the Order of Whispers has a subtler solution. The Slayer and I will use stealth magic to get close to Vyacheslav. We can kill him without engaging all the dredge forces. Without their leader, they'll collapse into chaos.
Excuse me. The Priory's main facility is entirely capable of defending itself. We have access to ancient and powerful magic. Specifically, we have a silencing ritual that will completely baffle Vyacheslav's sonic weapon. No sound, no attack, and no lured dragon minions.
Tough choices, Slayer, but clear ones. But before you make your decision, you should understand how important this choice is. Each of the orders would be honored to have you join. If you agree, the order you choose to help now will accept you into its ranks permanently. That will put you in a position to join their fight against the Elder Dragons. I, for one, can think of no better path for a hero to take.
Agreed. I'm ready to confront the most dangerous threat Tyria has ever faced. And I'll need allies to do it. Give me a moment to consider, and then I'll choose.
Excellent choice, Slayer. I'm glad to have you. You will provide the skill and strength we need to end the dredge threat once and for all.
You honor me. Let me ready my weapon and I will meet you at the Priory.
Where the Dredge and their weapon will fall. This is how the Vigil gets results. By confronting evil head-on with overwhelming force. And after we save those Priory eggheads, we take the fight to the Elder Dragons themselves.
You've chosen well, Slayer. I look forward to seeing the great things you will do with the Vigil. I am proud to have found the hero Tyria needs. I will join you for the defense of the Priory. Until then and forever after, may the spirits of the wild walk with you.
Welcome to the Vigil. The Dredge are poised to attack the Dermond Priory, but we are poised to attack them. This will be glorious.
I'm ready. Where do we begin?
On top of the hill. They fortified the weapons array location, but they won't stop our charge. Not with you and Heir Stagulkin alongside us.
I'm glad you're with us, Heir. You've stood by me for so long, it's only fitting that we join forces one last time.
Ogden is an old friend. And thanks to you, I've been reminded that no matter how bad things seem, heroes don't give up on their friends. I will stay behind to guard Ogden while you and the Vigil take the lead. Speaking of my old friend...
Heir Thurkill. And you must be the Slayer of Isormir. I am Ogden Stonehealer. Thank you for defending the Priory and my life.
It's time. When we hit that Dredge Hill, we hit it hard and fast. If we don't shut down the Sonic Vaporizer quickly, Jormag's ice minions will overrun us and the Priory. Vyacheslav, prepare for death! For our fallen comrades, for the Priory, and for Tyria itself, you will fall! Those Dredge aren't wasting any time. We'll be overwhelmed by dragon minions if we don't turn off that weapon. Rise up! Rise up, my friends! For Tyria and for the Vigil!
Ogden Stonehealer must die! All enemies of the Revolution must die! Vigil? Here? Curse you! You will not protect the life of the oppressor, dwarf.
Ogden's not the only one at risk, you fool. Every time you fire that weapon, you bring dragon minions down on you and everyone around you.
What of it? Vengeance demands his death. I would kill thousands and die myself to avenge my people.
If you care about your people, you'll stop this. Fire that weapon and more dredge will die. This is your last warning.
The oppressor must die. Every moment Ogden Stonehealer draws breath is an insult to those he enslaved. Kill them, comrades! You cannot stop us! The revolution has its vengeance! Why do you protect the oppressors who enslaved us? No!
You made all the difference, Slayer. Without you, those dragon minions would have swarmed the Priory.
Few people in Tyria truly understand how great a threat the Elder Dragons are to all of us.
But we who do are preparing to stop them. It's been a pleasure fighting alongside you, Slayer, but now you're expected in Lion's Arch. A Vigil mentor has been assigned to you and will be standing by. They'll help you settle in and adjust to your new duties.
Tyria needs every hero it can find to turn them back.
I am also headed for Lion's Arch. I'm meeting one of my former comrades from Destiny's Edge. We used to fight dragons together.
I've heard of them. In Holbrecht, they still sing songs of their brave deeds. You took down a dragon lieutenant together, didn't you?
In simpler times, yes. We disbanded. But now I see that I have more to do. You helped teach me that, and I will always be grateful.
After all you've taught me, it's only fair that I return the favor. Farewell, Heir. I hope to see you again someday.
Ugh.